kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Mustangs offense will have the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to pass, it's Jennings. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with the 1st down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation. Goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust.
Makes the grab, past the marker. All out of space. Inside the. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. So the Pitt Panthers offense has the ball for the first time. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed.
There he goes! Plows through the defense. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Under fire. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be 1st down.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Trying to get the corner. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Brenson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds a little space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. He makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now from inside the red zone. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Pitt pushing the pace.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. There's a heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. defense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The give to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play, too. You get the ball to the fullback. You're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Motion from the wide receiver. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way. They'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reed. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Pitt right back to the line.
Good enough for a first down.
To throw, it's Holstein. Makes the catch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. Touchdown, Pitt. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for room. It's Harden. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking downfield on first down. Got room to work. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback, because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm, and then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it, because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Offense gets set for second down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the outside to the left. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right.
Interception. The defense has set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On third down, going up top. Bears the pressure. Unleashes it on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Find his tight end. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a chance. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And that is another first down for the offense.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Pitt pushing the pace. It's Holstein. The throw. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brinson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage. And as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and goal.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Pitt right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Panthers, with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Creates a little space. More than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Holstein. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it down the left. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
And he was fortunate not to lose. On that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost to fire on second down. That's reeled in. It's Lee. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Lee. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Dominated receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And
Touchdown, Panthers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
A really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
21, SMU, 14.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's second and long. Looking to pass. It's Van Dyke. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent...
You know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The handoff to Johnson. Turning it on! Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Inside the 45. On the move at the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, SMU!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Great job defending by the defense there. That guy could have had an interception in the end zone that time. As a result, the offense comes away with 6 points.
21, SMU, 20.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hold and fired complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And first down for the offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And it gives them a little breathing room, now up 24-20. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone from there.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Quickly out to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs in a good spot here with second and short. Gets the back moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He stopped right there, short of the first down, in this defense trying to preserve the lead.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
He'll sneak in and try to surge forward. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Throwing right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a 7th time. Blasted as he lets it go. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the right. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
There's not a quarterback in college football that's not going to be successful with that much time to throw the football. And I think, Reese, I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next room, and he doesn't sound happy. No words that...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. One more play to pad the stats. And back to the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.